The Daily Milkman, on your preferred podcast platform and at dailymilkman.com.
Everything you need to know to start your day in less time than it takes most people to drive to work. It is the Milkman, John Milky, for Thursday, the 9th of January, 2025. Let's begin by me admitting something to you right here, right now. Last night, I believe I had an epiphany. I think I have figured this whole thing out. I suspect somebody told him that in Canada, it's okay to grab beavers.
It's the Daily Milkman.
All right, let's open up our Today is Holiday calendar. What is this 9th day of January? Well, today is Balloon Ascension Day. It's Shop for Travel Day, Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, Apricot Day, Man Watchers Day, there you go, and Static Electricity Day. That is what today is.
The Daily Milkman. Headlines.
The big story today is the wildfires in Los Angeles. At least 5 deaths reported, thousands of structures lost. And at last report, the fire was 0% contained. A strike at Ontario colleges has been averted after 2 days of mediation. The union and the colleges have agreed to mediation arbitration. That will be concluded by the end of June. Ontario Premier Doug Ford's vehicle was involved in a collision in Durham region on Wednesday. His office, though, says he and his staff are all okay. At least 60 University of Guelph students have self-reported cases of gastroenteritis. It's an inflammation or swelling of the stomach and intestines that can cause vomiting and diarrhea. It can be caused by a variety of viruses. The university said staff are working with Wellington Duffer and Guelph Public Health on best practices and next steps. And finally, Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc will not be a name you will see on the ballot to become the next leader of the Liberal Party. He says he wants to focus on his cabinet roles, including managing border relations with the U.S. Well, here we are, 70 more days to go until spring. Sunrise today, 7:41 a.m. Sunset today, 4:39 p.m. That gives us 1 minute and 27 seconds more daylight today than we had yesterday. Let's get to your forecast. Here is Finn.
Hi, I'm Finn, and you're listening to Finn's Forecast. Thursday is a windy day. In the morning, it is cloudy with sunny breaks. The afternoon is mainly sunny, and the high for today is -6 degrees, though that will feel like -14. The night is clear with a low of -14 degrees, which feels like -21. Join me again tomorrow for another Finn's Forecast. See ya!
The Daily Milkman. Sports.
PWHL action tonight. Boston is in Ottawa, Toronto at New York, and Montreal at Minnesota. Last night's Calgary-Los Angeles game in the NHL was postponed due to the wildfires. 10 games tonight. Buffalo visits Ottawa to take on the Sens. It's Boston in Tampa Bay, New Jersey at New York. Dallas visits Philadelphia, Edmonton and Pittsburgh. Seattle at Columbus. Toronto is in Carolina tonight. Anaheim takes on St. Louis in St. Louis. Colorado at Minnesota. And the Islanders are in Vegas. Tonight in the NBA, the Raptors taking on Cleveland. And in the OHL, it's Kingston at North Bay, Saginaw at Niagara, and Barrie in Peterborough.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Devotion Dance Studio, 100 Castle Frank Road. Jazz, burlesque, hip-hop, plus low mobility dance classes too. DevotionDance.ca.
It's the Daily Milkman.
Your Thursday Quickies. President Biden's granddaughter Naomi, scheduled to get a C-section today. That will make him a great-grandfather for the first time. Actress Jessica Alba and her husband Cash Warren have reportedly separated after 16 years of marriage. The Palisades fires are causing havoc in Hollywood. All movie premieres scheduled for this week have been canceled, along with all tapings of Jimmy Kimmel Live and After Midnight. Scarlett Johansson will join Jenna Bush Hager as a guest co-host on NBC's new Today with Jenna and Friends show for 1 week beginning January 21st. Have you had your coffee yet? Well, a new study of 40,000 American adults suggests that the timing of coffee consumption may be just as important as how much you drink when it comes to living a longer life. By the way, 2 to 3 cups in the morning appears to be the sweet spot for longevity. The widow of Stephen Twitch Boss, who was the DJ for Ellen's show, is writing her memoir 2 years after his death, and his family is not happy about it. In it, she talks about the shoeboxes of drugs she found after his suicide. And finally, they say that most New Year's resolutions are done with, by the second Friday of January. Just a heads up, that would be tomorrow. Lotto Max jackpot for tomorrow is $40 million. The 649 last night, $5 million in the Classic, and $14 million in the Gold Ball. So make sure you check your tickets.
Fun facts. Let's learn something new.
So every day I come up with 3 random facts. The fun is to see if the first answer that floats into your brain are the answers I'm looking for here, beginning with this.
Fun fact.
Men are more likely to have these hidden away than women are. Love letters from an ex.
Fun fact for you.
What percentage of kids say their parents do not do anything embarrassing? It's a small number, just 5%.
Fun fact.
And finally, 60% of women say this is their number one dreaded hair malfunction. Frizzy hair.
Fun facts.
It's the Daily Milkman.
Time for your daily duh. So after robbing a California grocery store Monday night, the thief decided to turn a driverless Waymo car into his escape vehicle, one of many Waymos that roam the streets of Southern California. However, the Waymos, you see, are all programmed to pull over if they detect police lights and sirens, which of course there were lots of, because the alarm went off at the grocery store he robbed. Yes, police were able to catch up to the stopped vehicle about 3 miles from the scene of the crime and were successful in arresting the suspects. Your daily duh.
It's somebody's birthday today.
Happy birthday to the Princess of Wales and future Queen of England and maybe Canada, if we're still around. Kate Middleton is 43 today. A.J. McLean of the Backstreet Boys is 47. Happy 58th to Dave Matthews. Crystal Gale is 74 today. Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin is 81. And Joan Baez is 84. And if today is your birthday, well, happy birthday from your Daily Milkman.
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by McCarthy Automotive, 1150 Heron Road. Vehicle repair and maintenance, fleet vehicles too. McCarthyAutomotive.ca.
The Daily Milkman. What you watching?
The Palisades fires causing havoc in Hollywood, of course. All movie premieres scheduled for this week have been canceled, as have all tapings of Jimmy Kimmel Live and After Midnight. Jimmy Kimmel tonight was to have Timothée Chalamet on as a guest, and the Lumineers were set to perform. Jimmy Fallon is all new with Cameron Diaz, Jamie Foxx, and Fluffy. Yes, Gabrielle Iglesias and Ben Stiller on tonight with Stephen Colbert. Let's have a look now at today in hit music history. On this day in 1988, Whitney Houston scored her 6th consecutive number 1 hit with So Emotional. Sting made a guest appearance on The Simpsons. Remember Radio Bart? This day in 1992. On this day in 97, David Bowie celebrated his 50th birthday with a benefit concert at Madison Square Garden. One day after his actual birth date, the concert featured special guests the Foo Fighters, Lou Reed, Frank Black, Robert Smith, Sonic Youth, and Placebo. Today in hit music history, 2006, Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson put the house they made famous in the MTV series Newlyweds up for sale after splitting up. Today in hit music history, 2014, Rolling Stone magazine publishes their readers' poll, the 10 greatest double albums of all time. Here's your top 5. At number 5, Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti. Bruce Springsteen, The River at number 4. Rolling Stones' Exile on Main Street, that's number 3. At number 2, yes, Pink Floyd, The Wall. And at number 1, the 10 greatest double albums of all time, The Beatles' The White Album. And finally on this day, in hit music history, 2020, Harry Styles hits number 1 on the charts with his 2nd studio album, Fine Line. The album received a Grammy Award for Best Pop Solo Performance. Today, in hit music history.
The Daily Milkman. Celebrity stuff.
It was reported last month that Lily Allen and David Harbour broke up after 5 years together. Well, now, more details are coming out about the split. Seems the relationship ended after Lily discovered his profile on a celebrity dating app. Hey, wait. There are celebrity dating apps? Right, back to your celebrity stuff. Lisa Kudrow says that Matthew Perry gave her a cookie jar. You know, the one that was on the set of Friends? Well, he gave it to her after they taped their final episode, and up until recently, she never once looked inside. Well, it turns out he had written a note to her, although she is not sharing what it said. And finally, Carlos Santana has postponed his Las Vegas residency after taking a hard fall in Hawaii. He apparently broke a finger on his left hand, but is said to be doing okay.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Spin-A-Win Opticians. Funky, stylish frames. For all your eyewear needs, 2515 Bank Street in the Southgate Plaza. SpinAWinOpticians.ca.
The Daily Milkman Facebook Funnies.
The Facebook funnies, ordinarily scheduled at this time on your Daily Milkman, have been preempted today so that we can present in its place our first ever Top 5. The top 5 things I would do if I were Prime Minister. Number 5. As your next Prime Minister, I would replace all carbon taxes with a $1 DERP fee for any Canadian who shares lost dog, lost grandmas, lost grandpas, etc. when they originate from buy and sell groups on Facebook. Number 4. As your next Prime Minister, I will bring back plastic straws and eliminate the CFL. There's no need for 2 things that just suck. There, I said it. Number 3. As your next Prime Minister, I will restore the ability to share news sites on Facebook, providing Facebook agrees to stop displaying ads for anything to do with foot fungus. Number 2. As your next Prime Minister, I will single-handedly reduce the debt by finally returning the empties that have been piling up in my garage since before COVID. And number 1, as your next Prime Minister, I am going to officially rename the St. Lawrence River Schitt's Creek. Our first ever Top 5 on your Daily Milkman.
It's the Daily Milkman.
In utter news today, some more gadgets revealed at the Consumer Electronics Show currently running in Las Vegas. Samsung's micro-LED beauty mirror. It's an all AI-powered smart mirror that scans your face and provides personalized beauty insights. How about this? From LG, the transparent TV. It was demoed last year, but now it's a real thing. A 77-inch clear piece of glass that when turned on becomes a television. The cost? $60,000 US. From PetCube, a smart water fountain for your pets. So if your cat likes to drink from a bubbling pool of water, this is for you. An internal battery holds its charge for up to 20 days before you need to charge it again, and it even filters the water. How about this? PawPort, a pet door, a smart motorized pet door. It opens and closes on demand by detecting your pet's presence via a small waterproof rechargeable Bluetooth collar tag. And the Sleep Apnea app. It's an AI-powered app in development. It claims to detect sleep apnea. You tape your phone to your chest overnight, and Apnea AI collects data on your breathing, your chest movement, and heartbeats. It will tell you that, if necessary, you should go receive treatments. Well, not to get too personal, but did you bring spare underwear with you today? Here's why I'm asking. A new survey says that nearly half of us always carry backup undies. And the reasons why include, well, in case I have an accident, we plan to change our clothes during the day, perhaps after the gym. Okay, that makes sense. Some people say they have extra underwear on hand because, well, they're clumsy and might spill something on themselves and need to do a complete change. By the way, 70% of people who carry spare underwear say they have actually had to use it at least once, and this is more common among younger generations. 60% of Gen Z and 57% of millennials say they have an in-case-of-emergency pair of underwear. Hey, starting January 14th, Cineplex is offering moviegoers $5 general admission movie tickets and a $5 bag of popcorn each, plus tax, every Tuesday until February 11th. More info on Cineplex's website. Speaking of movies, here's some that turn 50 in this new year. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The Rocky Horror Picture Show is 50 this year, as is The Return of the Pink Panther, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, The Who's Tommy, Funny Lady, and Jaws.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Turned On with Sue and John, starring Sex with Sue's Sue McGarvey, solving your sex issues one podcast at a time. TurnedOnPodcast.com.
It's the Daily Milkman.
Some empowerment tips to start your Thursday. Empowerment coach Suzie is here to talk about adopting a growth mindset.
A growth mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities. Believe in your ability to learn, improve, and adapt. Embrace challenges, view setbacks as lessons, and remember to celebrate effort over perfection. Replace "I can't" with "I'm learning." This mindset empowers you to stay motivated and resilient, regardless of what life throws your way. When you see every experience as an opportunity to grow, you unlock limitless potential and keep moving toward your dreams with confidence and purpose. Remember these 3 words: think, learn, and thrive.
Thursday motivational tips with power coach Suzie. That's where you'll find her on all your favorite social media platforms and at dailymilkman.com.
The Daily Milkman, on your preferred podcast platform and at dailymilkman.com.
Again, the concept for the Daily Milkman is to give you everything you need to know and then some, plus make you laugh in less time than it takes for you to get to work. And I do hope we are achieving that goal. All right, time now for a groan. Before we go, if you got a joke to share, the number to get in touch with the show is coming right up. Towards the end of his life, my grandfather was confined to a wheelchair. And after that, he went downhill quickly. That's terrible. That's terrible. Hey, we are on your preferred podcast platform, 6 a.m. Eastern every single weekday. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, and more. And, of course, online, dailymilkman.com. Your comments and, yes, your jokes always welcome. The Bovine Hotline. Voicemail and text 24/7, toll-free, 1-866-308-3838. Until tomorrow, it is the Milkman, John Milky. Moo for now.